Alright, welcome to my first video on Path of Exile. Go over the first character I made for the flashback event. I didn't think it would get anywhere. It's a homebrew build I didn't look up doing research on, and usually that turns out terrible. Just uses ball lightning, and we'll get into the skills and the items and the passive and the gameplay. The gameplay comes after I did a map and I died. Spoiler. So, the flashback event had a lot of rare mobs, a lot of unique mobs, ghosts and stuff. Ooh. So it was a lot of, it was pretty challenging-ish. I play alone, and some of the things you come across are real pain, like, hey, allies are resistant to that only thing of damage you do, and oh, by the way, energy shield and life regen, good luck. So it was pretty much a death simulator at some points. Dureso's dream. I spent about 30 town scrolls trying to clear out the last room because I killed all the lesser mobs with a lot of ball lightning. And by the time I died, I think it had 2 invasion bosses came out of the Beyond, plus the boss, plus about 10 rares. It was a lot of fun. Alright, so I'm proud of this build because it survived all that, I mean, with all the deaths. It got to level 71-ish. Got to like 60-something as it ended. Then I got to standard and I got to put these gloves on it. There's not much to it. It's all lightning. The passive tree, we'll get to this first. Lightning damage, energy shield, cast speed. Tried to get some mana regen. I'm going for more. It turns out I actually need some of that on my gear as well because you'll see. I run out of mana super quick. Here we go. Yep. There's that. How's that cast speed working out for you? Oh yeah, it's not because you're out of fucking mana. So I'm trying to recover as I'm leveling and getting more mana regen, but I really need to redo my gear. Oh, look at that, a blue gem. What a pleb. Really need to redo my gear. I need to put some mana regen on my gear. I got a lot of the shock stuff, a lot of the damage stuff. My chance to shock is pretty high, and my crit isn't too bad. I don't know what's good because I don't really look stuff up, which isn't really good. Pretty low multiplier, I think, at 180. Crit chance at 28.8, but you know, at 28.8 you're getting a lot of hits on the same enemy with this ball lightning floating by their face hole, so a lot of things are getting shocked. Which, let's get into gear next. We got the Moon Sorrow Wand, which is awesome. It's got the lightning damage on it and that cast speed that's ever so useful to show me how fast I run out of mana. Some garbage headpiece with some energy shield, some garbage shield with some energy shield. I'm proud of this. At level 44, I corrupted it, tried to get that dex to turn into something useful. Would have been awesome. Didn't happen. Energy shield, all resist. That max life is really helping my chaos inoculation. Over here we got the carcass jack. That dropped for me and it turned into a 5-link within 1 stack of Jeweler's Orbs and the other one, the fusion thingy. Lightning damage increase, sweet. Lightning resist. Energy shield, and uselessness. I love these gloves. That crit is really going to help that shock chance, but the increased mana, and no mana regen, but a ton of energy shield. Awesome. And energy shield gained on kill. So as much as I run out of mana super quick, the energy shield gained on kill and the major boost to energy shield and crit chance are worth it. So that boost to socketed elemental gems are only helping my Val arc. We'll get to that after. This is garbage. It's resistance with energy shield. These are garbage I put on my feet with resistance. The 30% movement speed is decent and more energy shield. Alright, that's all the gear, except for some flasks, which are usually garbage. Not even sure why I have that still. But this is my first Chaos Inoculation build as well. And for those of you who don't know, I'm not sure why you're watching this crappy video if you don't know about the game, but your maximum life becomes 1, immune to chaos damage. And then after it, you get some nice, real cheap boost to energy shield. So that's the passive tree and the gear. Now we'll get into the abilities. Ball lightning is pretty much all there is to it. We got that socketed with increased critical strike chance, lesser multiple projectiles, mana leech, which is a losing battle, and innervate, because onslaught, you'll see that buff stays up practically the entire map. It's awesome. Next we got Tempest Shield. I have to soft cast it like some peasant. Oh look, I'm out of mana again. And where do we have the Tempest Shield? Tempest Shield, faster casting, increased duration. So, cast it once and lasts 20 seconds. Not too bad. And I was lucky enough to get a 13% quality at some point in my many hours of this game. So it gives a global 13% increased lightning damage. Sweet! Next up we got Val Arc. I've heard people say that the only good Val skill is Val Ground Slam, but this chains 40 times. That doesn't mean up to 40. Well, I mean, it kind of does if there's only one mob, but you shouldn't use it if there's only one mob. It means it will chain 40 times between two mobs, back and forth, and it'll clear out the entire area while you sit there and drink tea. It's awesome. So, to make that more awesome, we threw it on these awesome gloves. Val Arc gets the +1 level. Added lightning damage, not sure why. Spell Echo doesn't get the +1. And then increased critical strike chance doesn't get +1. But the Spell Echo and the +1 level make it pretty awesome. It's really random in its damage, but I think at one point in the map you'll see it clear off practically entire groups off screen, because 2 lightning going through and just tearing stuff up. Next we got Lightning Warp. I used to have this supported by a reduced duration support gem, but now I don't because I ran out of care. And now we got Val Discipline. As a Chaos Inoculation build with my awesome 1 health, I have yet to find a flask that does anything to my energy shield, so it's the closest thing to a health potion that I've got. It buffs a little bit of energy shield, but it makes it recharge without stopping from damage, so you'll see my energy shield just continuously go back up as I take hits. And the recharge rate on the energy shield is pretty decent. Not quite sure where to find that. 1500 per second. Not bad. Or maybe bad, I don't know. But it's awesome for me. Next up we got this little completely useless ice golem. It gives me 1.6% crit at my level. Whoop-de-doo! It gains life on hit, so he can stay around for a few seconds longer. Minion speed for no reason. Added lightning damage for even less of a reason, because I didn't have a minion health gem lying around. That's laziness right there. And then the second most important part of the build, after Ball Lightning, is Herald of Thunder. We threw this in the Moon Sorrow wand to give those bolts a chance to blind. I think it works like that. It seems like it. You'll see things sort of stand there sometimes. I'm not sure if they're stunned at how awesome this build is, or blind at how terrible this build is. But I got Herald of Thunder, Conductivity with a Curse on hit. So Conductivity has an even further increased chance to be shocked, reduced lightning resistance, nice area of effect, etc., etc. The area of effect doesn't actually do anything because it's being cast or curse on hit. So that's it. That's the build. I really enjoy it. I'm making this video because I'm a long-time Magic the Gathering player, and the best part about it is making your own stuff, homebrew stuff. And this one turned out okay. I got to level 71, which for me is good, and had a lot of fun with it. So, hope you enjoy it. Next up we got the map where I die at the end. And yeah, if you have any tips, feel free to leave it. There's bound to be tons. This build is flexible. The only points are lightning damage, energy shield, and chaos inoculation. So you really want to stick to items that have energy shield on it. The Carcass Jack is a temp placeholder. Maybe someday I'll get Chavron's wraps, whatever it's called. It's this dude, Chavroni? Chaperone's wraps. He makes a chest piece. He's naked somewhere. He doesn't have a chest piece or boots, but his wraps are really awesome. But they go for a couple exalted, and I'm super poor. Check this out. Look at that. That's it. No exalteds around here. I really want those. They'll be best in slot for this build. But beyond that, you can really go anywhere with this build. You just keep that energy shield up and any lightning spell or whatever, and it's a lot of fun. The Herald of Thunder, you can make it curse whatever. I was rolling with somebody who had flammability curse going on, so I swapped it out with Assassin's Mark, and we both stopped cursing, so that we both benefit from the Assassin's Mark power charges and life mana per kill. So, alright, enjoy. This video turned out way too long, so I'm going to cut back on some of the map because it's all the same thing. I was thinking at all before I did this map, I would have looked it up to see what sort of mobs I'd be facing and maybe get my cold resistance above 1%. Right here I finally encountered the unique boss. It's got the damage bonus, I think, and the attack speed movement bonus. Right as we encounter it, I drop the granite flask for the armor, and then I hit Val Discipline, and you'll see it hit me and my energy shield just replenish super quick. This is obviously a super easy map, but this is also a super new build, so I'm just trying different things. I'm going to throw Storm Call into the build, see if that helps against stuff like this. Stuff that just stands there, either leeches life, resist, or life regen. It's got the higher damage effectiveness, and as long as the enemy is standing still, it should work. Just need to find where to put it. Oh cool, Haku, just in case I want to die. Alright, going better than expected. Haven't died yet. Looking pretty good. Just some stupid totems. Can easily avoid stupid, oh god, totems. Gonna get some nice hits on the boss here. A lot of totems. Okay. Alright, that's it. I guess I didn't use my Val Arc that map. I usually do. Didn't use Tempest Shield at all as far as I can tell either. Kind of forget to cast that a lot. Great for chests, because you know when a big horde is coming, then you could remember to actually cast it. Hope you enjoyed. There's a lot more videos to come. Like and subscribe.